at the franchise record for points and for wins, I think. Sam, you got stats on this?
I do have stats on this, and so it's the first 50-win season was achieved by the Boston Bruins in 70 and 71. Since then, 27 franchises have achieved 79 seasons of 50-plus wins in the time it took the Toronto Maple Leafs to achieve their first.
Ouch.
The teams with the most are the Boston Bruins with 10, Montreal has 7, Detroit 6, Philly 5, and Washington 5, and those stats come from The Road Guy on Twitter. So just wanted to give him a shout-out for the stats. So, yeah.
So
isn't it kind of crazy?
You and the Roadrunner.
Isn't it kind of crazy it took that long?
You and the Roadrunner are in agreement that they've been underachieving all these years.
Well, it's pretty crazy to me for a team that's been around since the old Mutual Arena in 1900 that it's taken them 50. They've never gotten to 50 wins. Isn't that crazy? Or is that just the way it goes?
No, it's a little crazy. The Red Wings had one season in an 80-game year where they lost 8 games. Sorry, the Canadians did. The Montreal Canadiens lost 8 games in an 80-game season once. So, yes, for the Leafs to get to 50 wins for the first time, about time, I would say.
It is, though.
Do you care?
Yeah, and then there's overtime wins or shootout wins, which they didn't have. It's not really a franchise record. It's a modern day kind of... To me, if you want to go franchise records, you have to say wins or points in regulation.
Agreed. So there was a Leafs team.
What do you mean, what?
They have the most wins in their franchise's history.
No, but they have wins that came in overtime before when games just ended in a tie.
Never had the opportunity. Okay. It's not apples to apples.
So the team that had 105 points, I believe, had 10 ties. Which means take them to overtime 10 times, give them the win in half of those games or something, and there's more points there for them.
Which is fine, but they don't want to do that. The NHL doesn't want to do that.
I'm just saying for the Leafs they need to surpass about another 5 or 10
They're fooling the unsophisticated.
And you and I, we put our monocles on here, top hats.
You're not pulling that crap over us. Franchise records. Please.
It's very, very good. It's very, very good. I was saying this to Sammy before the show. I can see a day, let's say the Leafs lose in the first round to Tampa Bay. And they get punted. Everyone gets fired. Dubas is out. And then,
gosh.
Let's just say
How
this
quickly
happens.
did you come to that conclusion?
What a great thought.
I'm just saying.
Great thought on a Monday.
My point is I can see a world where Leaf fans look back at this time and go, God, we never appreciated that while we had it. Because this is a team that has playoff-only expectations.
Find me someone that's going to say that we had it great losing in the first round.
When they're not, well, sure.
We were entertained.
I will. When they don't get in playoffs for 3 years in a row, there'll be some people going, God, wouldn't it be great to be in meaningful games? This was the thing. When I first moved to Toronto, I heard people say, we just want meaningful hockey. Give us a game that matters in April. Give us something.
Oh, gosh. I don't remember that.
Well, it happened. I assure you. I moved here in 2013.
Sammy?
Oh, I remember that well.
Forget about whether or not anybody gets fired. Are people going to look back and say, we were highly entertained during that regular season, we got to give them credit if they lose in the first round, as JB had just said?
What'd you say? Sorry?
Pay attention.
No, you cut out a little bit there.
Okay. All right. One more time.
I'm not. I'm in the outer space today, so you just cut out a little bit.
Will there be anyone in Super Sammy Leaf Nation that will look back at this season if they get knocked out in the first round and say, hey, listen, we played some great hockey, we were highly entertained, and we played meaningful hockey in April?
No, and that's the way you're wording the question is a little tricky.
Your Honor, he's leading the witness.
I think that the Leafs have lost in such heartbreaking fashion in multiple, first rounds that people are going to kind of be. I think we're kind of prepared for heartbreak now, regardless of no matter the way it goes, no matter what happens. I think we're kind of prepared for the first round of this. And I think that this year will be looked back on more fondly than other years that they lost in the first round, if that's what happened. Is that too roundabout?
I'm 13 minutes into the first show of the week. I'm going to say something that makes Kyper just angry at me, I'm sure.
Fondly.
In European football.
Oh, yeah.
They value the regular season champion as the champion, and they view that as the best test of who built the best teams. The Leafs are not that this year. But I think you can make the case they've been good for long stretches of years.
They've been a top team all season long.
And yeah, they've had good hockey teams.
That's right. So,
but
can we make a regular season top 5 award for them?
No, we can't.
Okay.
All right.
Anything else? Paper mache?
Yeah.
You can do anything you want.
You know what? I want to hear what Sheldon Keefe thinks of the franchise record in wins and points. Let's do that.
In terms of what it means, I mean, I don't know that it means a lot, you know. I mean, especially where we need to get to as a team when it counts the most. But it's obviously not nothing, and I think it speaks to the work that this team has done. It speaks to what this team is capable of, and it also just speaks to the fact that we just need to remain focused on the fact that we're a really good team, and we can do really good things. We've been through a lot this season, ups and downs, and we've been questioned at different times, and understandably, you know, because of, you know, what we've failed to do in previous years and where we know we need to get to. But this team's done some really great things and has great capabilities ahead. So we just need to continue to focus on the fact that we're a good team and continue to ramp up for playoffs.